Sonya.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Ebong. Today we're dishing with you from Firefly, which is located at 1310 New Hampshire Avenue Northwest in the Hotel Najera.
And today we are dishing with Justin Trawick.
Nice to see you.
It's nice to see you too. Thanks for being on with us.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. We want to know all about your music, who you are inspired by, where we can hear you play, but I'll start with the first question. How come you're here and not in Nashville? Shouldn't you be there? Isn't that like the epicenter of...
It is, but I'm a born and bred Virginian. I grew up in Leesburg, Virginia, about 45 minutes west of D.C. Went to college in Southern Virginia, live in Arlington, Virginia. So Nashville's cool, Austin's cool, LA's cool, but Virginia's my home, and nice. The D.C. metro area is where I like to be.
Awesome, perfect.
So how did you become a musician? Because you weren't always a musician. You had a more boring job before that.
Were you an accountant?
He's an accountant, so don't say anything too bad.
No, you can. You can slag me off if you want. That's fine. You'd be like, accounting sucks. It's all right. Go on.
I've actually always been a musician since about 8th grade, actually, but earlier. But up until recently, up until about a year ago, I was maintaining a day job at the same time. And
you just can't, you know, all of that passion and energy just can't be held in while you're sitting at a desk.
I was doing data entry.
Oh.
And for an artistic person, that's about the last thing you want to be doing.
Yeah.
But it was great. You know, when you're an original musician like myself, writing songs and really just working the grassroots route of trying to gain an audience person by person, you have to maintain a day job in the beginning in order to pay your bills. And that's what I did. And with the current light of the economy, I actually got laid off from my job, and which
veiled blessing.
Right. I think initially I was really bummed. Nobody really wants to lose their job, but sometimes musicians have a hard time of making that decision on their own to go at art, you know, their art full 100%. And I think that, you know, the cosmos chose it for me, and I was really happy with it.
The musical gods
Absolutely.
coming together.
The musical gods.
So this is the latest from Justin, starting over. And why did you call it starting over? Because you were starting over with all this we just talked about?
Well, that is my latest EP. It came out this year. The reason why it was called Starting Over is because it was kind of about relationships ending, relationships starting. There's actually a song on there called Starting Over, which I wrote about 3 days after losing my job, and it was really all just about the feeling of what it is, what it's like to come to an end of the road or come to a fork in the road and have to make a decision, have to kind of, you know, look back on your story so far, realize that you've come to a point where you now have to go left or right or continue going straight. And that's where this album kind of came from. Is I have 2 albums before it, but I really felt like this was a time in my life where I could almost kind of redefine myself as a musician, redefine myself as a songwriter and as an artist, and as a person, you know, because I was making a completely different career move, or at least I was focusing it all on one thing as opposed to dividing my time.
And what's the genre of your music? I tend to see you do acoustic a lot too. Am I right? And how would you describe the type of music?
The way that I describe it, I call it urban folk rock,
okay.
Which is basically a little mix of everything. When I play by myself, it's just acoustic guitar and vocals, but I also have an upright bass player. I have an electric guitar player who also plays mandolin, a saxophone player, a drummer, and several other people who play violin or washboard. I have a whole plethora of DC-based rappers who sit in with my band.
DC-based rappers? We gotta hear some more about that.
A plethora of them, not just like one guy.
We did a show about, we did actually 2 shows about 2 months ago, back-to-back at Iota, which is our home venue in Arlington. And we did a Friday and a Saturday night, and on the last night, Saturday night, closing the show, we had invited about 6 DC-based rappers to come out, and my band just basically was the backing, like, rhythm section for a huge, massive, just rap battle. It was awesome. It was really, really cool. And actually, if you go online, you can hear it because we recorded it.
Yeah, and your second album was done at Iota.
Yeah, we did a live record at Iota last year, and then the first album that I ever put out, which is called How to Build a Life in the Lemonade Stand, came out in 2007, which I recorded in Falls Church.
I love the second one. People are like, The moment you start singing, the crowd is just totally with you.
I love live records in general because you really get to feel the energy. Studio records are fun, and I really enjoy this one, but I equally enjoy live records because you can feel the energy of the crowd. If you're doing a great show and the crowd's really having fun, you can hear it in the record.
Well, maybe one reason the crowd loves you and the women love you is because you're a breast man.
That's right.
Which sounds creepy, but it's not. A man with good intentions.
Why are you a breast man?
On November 18th, my whole band, all 5 of us plus friends.
And DC rappers?
And DC rappers.
The plethora.
We'll be doing Pink Jams, which is going to be at the Clarendon Ballroom in Arlington. And this is going to be benefiting the Avon Walk for Breast Cancer. My friend Krista Floresca is in charge of this. She and I both had kind of an equal experience with breast cancer. She had a friend who unfortunately passed from it, and my mother, actually both of my parents were diagnosed with cancer within 2 weeks of each other last year, and my mother had breast cancer. They both survived, but it's very, it's something that, when it comes down to it, everybody's got a mom, and breast cancer's awful, and we need to come up with more research for it. And I think this is a great cause. Krista's raising $10,000, or that's the goal, to raise $10,000, and all the money's going to go to the Avon Walk.
So are you going to be walking and playing, or are you going to be playing a couple of fundraisers for her leading up, or how are you helping out?
We, the whole band, the Justin Trawick group, as I call my entire band, will be headlining that evening, along with another group called Memphis 59, and then we're actually doing another one in April of 2010. And I believe if this goes over really well, Krista is looking into doing more events up and down the East Coast.
And do you plan on staying involved, maybe writing a song about Pink Jams on your next EP?
Well, maybe you heard it here first. Maybe you're pushing me into writing a song. That'd be excellent. That'd be good.
Being inspired, he's clearly inspired by everything that happens around him, so
I think
it's going to be...
I think yes. And we can be your DC rappers.
Can we be in the
Absolutely.
We'd be in the...
Yes,
I can work on my beatbox.
Can you guys freestyle? Can you beatbox? You can... excellent.
I think definitely
I'll see you
these two
there,
can. I don't know
November
about
18th.
this
I have
one.
no idea
I'll
what to
be
say
there.
to this.
Yeah, you can't beatbox?
I can,
Can
but
you beat on
I'm not
your-
admitting that. But besides being here, do you also tour? Do you tour? You tour locally, but do you also go out of the area as well? Have you been able to do that?
Actually, 2 days ago, I just got home from doing a Northeast tour. We played in Connecticut, Boston, and Philadelphia. Okay. In 3 days, I'm going to California. I'm playing in San Diego, Los Angeles, and San Francisco.
Well, you're about to be way too popular, so we have a signed copy of your latest EP, and we want to give it away to one of you. So, tell me something. Which one of these songs is your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
Probably Starting Over, because it was the one that really most affected me personally, and you can really feel the emotion in the song.
Well, you become our fan on Facebook and tell us which one of Justin's songs is your favorite for a chance to win. Thanks so much for watching this episode of A District Dish.
Wiki, wiki.